The research we do has to do with the interplay of technology and business, technology and national competitiveness, and technology and the global economy. The overarching lesson is that making the right choice on a computing platform has very powerful returns. That's the key. The question is, what's the right computational model to use for a right set of outcomes that you want to get that maximizes the economic benefit? For years, I've been collecting data, and I have a database now that consists of information drawn from thousands of companies around the world and everything from government to about 20 different sectors. Our study shows that where mainframe is applicable, the massive benefits. Organizations that can make the right choices, the optimized choices, and use the mainframe well, where it's applicable, are getting a massive cost leverage in terms of TCO. But not in TCO in technical terms like cost per MIP or cost per server or things like that, but TCO in raw business terms, such as cost per transaction in retail banking or cost per hospital bed in healthcare in the banking industry, of where this mainframe versus server heavy benefit occurs. The cost per deposit might be 20% less in a mainframe heavy organization. ATM machines, if you're looking at ATMs and using mainframe as the backbone for the transaction processing, might be 30% less. Their income per employee could be as much as 49% higher if they're making the right choices in terms of using the mainframe computing as a computing platform for them. And the same thing in large volumes of trades, where you find out the cost per trade in an average company is about 17 cents as the technology cost per trade, but that drops to 8 cents on the mainframe. But if you look at the technology cost of an automobile produced in the United States today, and by that I don't mean the onboard computers that run the car, I'm talking about the logistics systems, the customer care systems, things like that that manage the ownership of the automobile and the production. It's probably around $300 some odd per automobile produced in the U.S. on average. If you look at the firms that are mainframe heavy, that number is in the 200s. There may be a $100 spread. You produce 10 million automobiles in the U.S. a year. You multiply by 100. That's almost equal to the bailout package for that whole industry. Look at New York Stock Exchange. In a year such as 2008, 800 billion shares changed hands, were traded. Suppose through making optimized technology choices and mainframe kind of choices in the right place, you could take a nickel out of the cost per trade. That is $40 billion. That's equal to the annual revenue of the largest firm on the street that was in that business historically. I think there are roughly 1 million hospital beds in the U.S. I don't know if you ever stop to think about the IT cost per hospital bed, but on average, that's about $65 per bed per day is the cost. And as a matter of fact, if you look again, the mainframe heavy organizations, that cost drops from 65 closer to into the 30s or 40s. That's $20 per bed through optimization of the platforms that support not the patient treatment, but the medical record information systems and pieces like that. You multiply that 1 million by $20 a day, by 365 days a year, and you're talking about another massive internal stimulus package to be able to recycle value into the front end of the healthcare system. So the impact of making the right choices on computing platforms and the opportunity in using mainframe where appropriate is just massive, and this is true in every single industry. IBM's recent announcement of their Z Enterprise system, which enables an organization to integrate multi-platforms as a single entity, is really the first step in attaining the full technology economic benefit, I call it, of a computing environment. And what that enables is reducing complexity to maximize the value of the enterprise in the management and operation of the systems. And out into the future, this gives us the promise of total automation and optimization, which can likely produce yields to business that are even unforeseen today.